Um, wait. Okay. It's live, right? I think it's live. Okay. Son of a bitch, I forgot to hit the go live button, so I actually had already said what the game was and everything, and it's already... I already messed up. It looks like the chat is also messed up. Interesting. Wow, that really, like, that crash really messed a lot of stuff up. Let me turn off the chat, reset it. I'm gonna go to the intro and be right back. Did that fix it? No, it still didn't. Okay, I'm just gonna turn off the chat for this, this stream. It's whatever. But yeah, so for those, that don't know anything about this game, it's actually published by the same people who, are publishing Project Arrhythmia. So I have a connection through that, and they decided that they wanted to see me play it. Or rather, they wanted me to play through the game to make sure I didn't find any, like, weirdness, because it's a fairly new game. I don't even know if it's actually fully released yet, or if this if it hasn't come out yet. I should have probably looked that up. But anyway, so here's the game. It's called SHEEPO. Technically I was given this for free, so my opinions are my opinions, but it is a sponsored stream in that regard. So yes, anyway, let's get on with it. Had this set up for like God knows how long. I'll probably just do normal. Okay, let me make sure, okay. So I just created it. Okay, cool. We're all good to go. So let's get into it. I know almost nothing about the game other than like the trailer and stuff showed, so I'm actually kind of excited to play it. Yeah. Training suit, okay. This is not how I thought this game was gonna go already. I know the first day at a new job is hard, but don't worry. I've been working at the database for 3.5 weeks now, so you can look up to me with confidence. I know this commute is exhausting, but it's time to get up, but we will be landing any minute. Open up the hatch and meet me at the lower level and we can begin training. Wait. Oh my god. That took me so long to figure out. I thought, we were supposed to be cycling through, like, controls here for a second. Oh man. I just noticed there's, like, a little bit of lag, but I know it's not the game, it's the recording software. So, oh boy. This might... We'll see how well this goes. Okay, A. Today your mission is... Well, let me check my notes on that, actually. Yes. Today your mission is to preserve and save every species in the universe. I have to say I'm a bit jealous. I was tasked to clean the toilets on my first day. Well, I suppose we might not be able to save the entire universe today. We can at least save one planet. In a moment, we will be landing on planet Sebron, I guess, which has 6 uncollected species. Your report is to find one unhatched egg from each of these species and return them to the ship. We're building a database of every living creature in the universe, which will permanently prevent these species from going extinct. I know it sounds like a lot of work for one day, but don't worry, a day on Sebron lasts... Okay. Wait, so SHEEPO is from Earth? That's kind of interesting. Your daily wages are unfortunately based on... Brilliant, okay. You should probably charge your phone then, or just go to bed, because that might be the smarter option. Yeah, SHEEPO is my favorite cereal. It has real mutton. But at least it's for a good cause. I suppose it's time to begin training. I'll put some notes on the board and we'll project some obstacles, see if you can follow along. Okay. Man, I keep wanting to hit A for, jump. I'm not exactly sure why. Okay. Oh, it seems to be lagging less now. Maybe it was the game. I don't know now. Yeah, no, it's not lagging at all anymore. That's weird. Okay, well, whatever. I mean, it makes my job easier, so that's good. The platforming feels actually pretty great. I'm still a little bit confused on the hitbox of the SHEEPO character though, but we'll get the hang of it. It's also really weird that the what do you call it? The like text boxes are A, but jump is, because I can't move SHEEPO right now, so they might as well have just made B text boxes. I think that might be everything. Maybe that changes later though. Who knows? Almost forgot something for you. Is that like a jetpack? A shifter pack. When you find an egg, you can put it in this pack for safekeeping, but that's not all. With each egg in this pack, you'll gain the ability to shapeshift into the creature on contact. Not all terrain is appropriate for a sheep thing, so this can come in handy. I like how the little things light up. It's cute. You'll do both? Oh no. Alright. There's gotta be a way to get out there, right? Oh, it's so tantalizingly close. Oh well. Well, this game looks very aesthetically pleasing. I can say that right off the bat. Oh, I guess, I have to find an egg, right? I can't just immediately... Yeah, like, I really like, I like all the plants and stuff. It looks really nice. Oh great. I figure you might miss me, so I include this radio in your shifter pack. Don't worry though, I'll leave you alone in a minute. Up ahead's a save point. Okay. Shifter panel. Press the A button when you're near a shifter, then you'll use L-stick to aim and finally A to launch. Oh, okay. That's interesting. It's kind of like Donkey Kong barrels. Hopefully y'all know what I'm talking about. From, oh my god. Oh, you actually have to touch it. You can't just, like, get sucked into it. Oh my god. This is where the playthrough ends. I can't touch the... There is still a little bit of lag from the recording software, so it's, like, messing me up a bit. That's my excuse. Oh wait, no, I'm supposed to click A next to it, aren't I? Oh! Interesting. Okay. Makes sense. So A is like basically everything but jump. So far at least. It looks like you found a glow bug. Okay. That little bug is following you, can sense danger and take damage. Yellow is half and red means you're near death. That's cool. So, oh god. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. Sounds like Cheerios. I will admit, it's actually really weird that you have to click A. Because I feel like, maybe there's puzzles for it later. But I feel like you basically always want to get stuck in these. Interesting. We'll have to see later. Oh god. Oh, I'm still taking damage. I thought Spikes was insta-kill. That's funny. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. We're good. Sounds like Cheerios. Yeah. Dude, now I want cereal. I want cereal really bad now. Because I have not eaten yet today. Okay, so I guess that is kind of part of the puzzle. Oh, thank god I can jump over it. It was like, do I really have to listen to her talk again? Oh my god, that, I feel like it did that on purpose. I don't know how to get out of here again. God damn it. Fuck the feather, I'm not getting it. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. Okay. Whew. I'm assuming I don't want to touch the black stuff. That's gotta be a secret, right? Yeah. Oh, the feathers are extra lives. I got it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. And... oh, that's for the gate. Okay, I was like, are those collectibles? I have no idea. I see why it's A now. You don't even have to be inside that little bubble. As long as the thing has grown up, like an expanded out or whatever, it will shoot you. So that's why it's like that, actually. Yeah, you can be really far away. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. The music is really nice. Okay. It's like a teleporter of sorts. Interesting. Oh my god. The wall jumps are especially hard with a little bit of lag. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't really get what the cubes are doing yet, but I'll figure it out, presumably. Oh man, it was so close. Oh, so, okay, the cubes are acting like what I thought the white things would act like. Yeah, okay, just shoot you in the direction that you were headed. Okay, brilliant. That's gotta be a secret. Or maybe we were supposed to go this way. I don't know. Oh, wow, that... I got in the mode of like the blue things were collectibles, so I just like went full idiot. Oh, I'm kind of screwed now, aren't I? I like how you can go negative health, that's also pretty funny. Okay. just go through all this again. I guess health is sort of meaningless unless there's a overall score that you're trying to achieve or something. See if, okay, so keep going this way. Oh my god, the lag. Shit. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't know why Mario Kart wasn't doing this, though. That's just weird to me. Unless I just didn't notice the lag, because it's not as, precise. Mario Kart is a little bit less precise. Okay. Because I keep thinking I'm, like, gonna miss the jump, but then I end up making it. It's that classic thing. It's not the game, though. I want to reiterate, it's not the game. It is 100% just my inability to set up the recording correctly. Alright. I guess we didn't even need to go to that one place. I don't know. I'm a little bit confused now. Oh, it probably unlocked a secret thing, I bet. I love how you can just get like an absolute swarm of whatever these things are. Alright, this should be enough for the door. What a weird planet. Who made these, you think? Yeah, this totally feels like Donkey Kong barrels. Hopefully y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, that's unfortunate. I didn't think it was gonna hit me inside the... I love how these things just immediately fade in and out of existence. Their life is very fleeting. They kind of look like, oh god, that was a weird voice crack. They kind of look like, we're the little, like, gun guys from, Dungeon? Or Gungeon, rather. That's kind of what they look like. Oh, okay, perfect. Before the mom returns to its nest. That... Okay. Oh, that... Okay. She was never there with us anyway. Oh my god. Oh my god, I might have to turn off the screen shake because it's actually making this much harder. Hopefully there's a setting for that. Oh, thank god it's at least at the boss. We're good. I'll be able to get it eventually. Oh, damn it, that hit me. Fuck! Oh my god. Okay, okay. Is there a way to... I feel like I must have, like, opened up the wrong program or something. Because I truly do not remember this with the Mario Kart collab. That's still gonna hit me. I was not expecting bullet hell. Okay. No, I got this. I got this. Okay. If there's any parts that are like too crazy, I might have to take out the console and just quickly do it. I'm just gonna tank the damage and get further. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, everything feels like ice because of it. It's so annoying. I'm so sorry. Are they flipping me off? It totally looks like some of the fragments from the mama bird is like flicking you off. Oh my god, if I die again. Dude. This is frustrating. I'm sorry. You know what? Okay. Fuck it. Oh, I hate doing this. But 1 second. Let me just get through this real quick. I want to make sure it's not, like, I want to know if I can fix it or if it's actually just the game. Because if it's the game, it won't feel as bad. No, the game feels so much better on this. God damn it. That is very unfortunate. Yeah, no, it feels great. Okay, I wanted to make sure, because I was like, if the game is lagging, then that's bad, but I also didn't want to paint it in a bad light. Yeah, no, it feels great on the actual console. So, again, please do not take my lag stuff as Bible, because it is not the game. It is definitely me. Okay, I just got... Oh. Oh no. I died again. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try. We're gonna suffer through this. We're gonna suffer through this. It is not the game though. The game is not lagging. It's definitely the recording setup. Hello? Is the recording setup gonna pick it back up? Oh, that was weird. Huh. Went back to the whatever. Okay. Yeah, so just keep in mind that all lag complaints I make are my own fault and not the game. Oh my god. Freaking A. Okay. A little bit closer. This bird is very nonplussed about our whole climbing up to her nest thing. Oh my god. Son of a bitch, it's so much harder. It is so much harder. I am not playing another Switch platformer. Holy shit, that's for sure. Until I figure this out, at least. I don't even remember Nier being this bad. Wait, why are you yelling at me? I don't understand. Yeah, okay, I really don't know if I'm gonna be able to pass this with without just taking the console out again. It's like I really cannot explain it. It's actually completely awful. Oh my god, like I can't even get up with lead. It's so difficult. Holy shit. I feel like I'm playing Jump King all of a sudden. You know what? There was a stream a while back where Ame from Hololive was having issues with, forgot what game she was playing, but, oh, I think it was Mario Odyssey. The thing is, I don't know. But I sympathize with her a little bit more now. Because, man, this is a lot harder. Okay, I am getting better though. I'm slowly learning how to... Oh my... Oh, so you have to have a line of sight, I think. Okay, at least that makes a bit more sense. Yeah, okay, so I can do it earlier. That's fine. Okay. Oh, fuck. No! Oh my god! Oh my... Guys, I really... I cannot stress how absolutely painful that was. Holy shit. Okay. We got it though, we got it. Y'all believed in me, that was the key. Holy shit. That was more concentration than the entirety of Psychonauts took yesterday. Oh my god, my brain is like actually hurting. Okay, okay, cool. I'll add this info to your shifter panel. From now on, you'll be... When you're near a longbird, you can press the transform button and take their form. Oh, okay. You know what's kind of funny about that? We just killed, the parent to the longbird. Like... Yeah, they're... Oh no, they're sleeping apparently. I don't know about that, dude. That was a huge-ass rock. I love these things. These things are adorable. Alright. Cool, so now I can... Oh, so it's like the same, Interesting. Oh, I can fly now. Okay. Okay. I just realized, oh god damn it. Okay, so I need to like get its power and then immediately take off. Which I click, god damn it, I keep clicking the wrong button. I like how it implies I like suck them up or something. I don't really understand what the dealio with that is. Oh, I think I should have just flown straight up there. I don't think there's anything else up here, though. So, okay. Is there a map? There is a map. Okay. Damn it. I wish there, is there a way to, like, cancel the... transformation? Yeah, I don't think I'm actually supposed to... do much up there. It doesn't look like I'm supposed to be up there yet. I'm starting to get the control of those things. They were confusing at first, but they make sense now. The, oh, that's why all the... Okay. I love how it shows, like, the little, exclamation marks whenever you're near spikes. It's pretty funny. It's kind of like the equivalent, of going like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh, fuck, really? Hmm. Okay. Oh my god. Dude, fuck this. Oh my, fuck it. Whatever. I'll just die. Oh, that's a... Did it actually spawn me there? Dude, what? I'll just jump immediately when I spawn. Nope, can't do that. You fall, so it's like, oh my god, I actually can't get out of here. Oh shit, I think I just saw like... No, okay, there we go. Oh, thank god. I was like, there's no way that was all it took. Okay, brilliant. We're back. I think, I'm actually curious now. So, reset to save point. Yeah, I'm wondering if I, click A right here, and then I click reset to save point. Oh, it spawned you. So it spawns you wherever you clicked it. So if I click A here. Oh. Well, fuck. Wait, can I click A, like, down here? Oh, sorry, I'm trying to break the game now. Oh, god damn it. Come on. And then if I reset... Yeah, so that's what's happening. It puts you wherever... Interesting. I'm not... Okay. So I guess let's just go back to the start, because I think there was a bird thing back at the start. Oh yeah, there was this one too. Okay, I guess I don't have to go. Wait, so if I reset the save point, does it... Oh, or at least it resets. Interesting. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, I'm good. Okay. Oh, shit, we can get up there. Okay. Is there a purpose to being up here yet? That's the real question. I think we need to capture that bird. What are the birds called again? I already forgot what their names were. Yeah, there's no way I'm getting that. Okay. Are we almost back at the ship? I think we are. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can get up on the ledge with the bird. Okay, cool. So that actually was a place we were supposed to be able to get. I'm wondering if I'm like doing it wrong. Because hitting the B button is how you fly, but maybe I'm like hitting it too fast or something, because man, I don't know what these guys' deals are. There's also this creature, which is kind of cool. I don't think I can do anything with that yet, though. And there's also this guy. You know, I'm having flashbacks to the level yesterday in Psychonauts with the German people. Okay, I don't think we're supposed to be here yet. At least it doesn't seem like it. So, oh, we gotta go just one more room over, I guess. So yeah, I have to be... Oh my god, I keep forgetting about the fact that holy shit, okay. We got it though. I don't know if that's where we're supposed to be, but we are here. Okay. I like the music. I don't know why, but the game kind of reminds me of like, Botanicula. Have y'all ever played that game? Or like any of the games by, Amida Designs? Are they still around? God, I don't even know if they are. They make really good games. That's kind of making me want to play one of their games now. Oh man. Like even all the little like fireflies and everything just really feels like the aesthetic that they try to go for, which is pretty good. Like, I mean, it's one of my favorite aesthetics. Alright. It's really weird, the live system. I don't know if it's like it's supposed to also be used as currency or something, because they're collectibles, but it's kind of weird because you would think they would, oh god damn it. It's like obvious. I gotta, so A and then ride the current up. Or maybe it actually won't let me do that. Oh no, okay, it definitely will. God damn it. Okay, I think I'm hitting A too quick. Yeah, I'm hitting A too quick. I'm destroying my double jump. Fuck, okay. I think it actually, oh my god, don't. I think the wind current destroys your double jump. Ugh, okay. Oh my god, this might be another thing where I have to deconnect it to actually do the puzzle. Okay, 1 second. The signal will be gone, but I will be able to get through this puzzle a lot quicker. So give me 1 second. The stream is so scuffed. Okay, I got through it. Oh boy. It's really funny that what was I gonna say? I still, even this much into the game, I still keep trying to hit A as jump. I feel like they kind of should have switched it, if I'm being honest. Actually, wait, is there controls? There was not. Okay. Oh well. It's pretty relaxing, actually. Which is bad, because I just woke up, so I'm actually sleepy still. Okay, I think what I need to do is jump up there, slide down the wall, and then, no, okay. Yeah, the air current, like, instantly deletes your double jump, even if you had it previously. Interesting. Oh, okay. No, I think I know what I need to do. There we go. Okay. I need to do something similar here, it looks like. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Fuck. Oh my god. Okay. Yep, all the way back to the beginning. Amazing. SHEEPO? Yeah. Okay, verdict. Do y'all think SHEEPO is cute, or do you think that it's a eldritch abomination? I kind of think it, like, straddles the line between both of them. Like, something about it not having arms is a little bit disturbing, not gonna lie. But it doesn't look like the ears are floppy and stuff, and its body is round, so it doesn't look like evil. The black eyes are a little bit terrifying, but somehow they give off a feeling of warmth. I just feel like the fact that it doesn't have arms is part of it. I don't know. Something, it's like a cool person, but they have like a dark side or something. That's what I feel like SHEEPO is. Like, SHEEPO might have killed a person, but they're pretty cool to children. Oh my god, fucking. Like, they like turned a new leaf, that's what I meant. Fucking goddamn it. This is actually, these puzzles are really hard with the lag. Oh my god. Come on. Ugh. Oh, fuck me. This is gonna be nigh impossible, isn't it? Ugh. Frickin' A. Okay. Dude. This might... I don't know if this... Fuck. This might become a problem, because... I don't know if I can progress if I can't do these puzzles without taking the Switch out. Like, that's not good. It might be a slightly shorter stream than I imagined. And I'll just play it off stream. I feel like there's a few things that I would there's actually a lot that I would change about this game, but it's not a bad game, it's just things that I don't agree with design-wise. So, like, for example, the fact that the A button is hidden behind the wall right there doesn't look that great. I would have put in an option to put it over 45 degrees, like to set it right here in the space instead. Another thing, I find it really weird that, like, this is really small. But this is the stuff that I look for when I play games, like, for actual feedback. I don't know if they're wanting feedback. The game is already out, so probably not, but I'm gonna give it anyway. So when there's like a red, it's all red right now, right? So it's got red glow to it and got red pike at the end, or whatever you want to call it, spike. But then when you switch it, it turns to green and blue. That's pretty bizarre. I would have just made it a dark blue. I don't know why they made the tip a different color when the other color is the exact same. Especially considering the only thing green on the screen right now is the glow bug, which implies that it's like somehow tied with health. That doesn't make any sense, right? Whereas like all the little fan ducts are all blue and red. So it's just really weird that they decided to make that green. But anyway, so then there's that, right? But then there's another thing. So if I get this close to the A, I can toggle it, but then the toggle actually goes the other way, so I can no longer toggle it. I have to get closer. Because the toggle is actually, it's like part of the, it's not this. This is not the center of the toggle. This is, like the actual pedal. So if I'm this far away, I can still toggle it, but then I can't toggle it back off. Which is, like, again, it makes sense in terms of the world, right? Like, you're further away from the thing, so you obviously have to go closer to Luther. But in terms of the puzzles, it makes it really annoying. Because it's inconsistent. With expectations. Anyway. Enough of my bitching. The game actually is pretty fun, though. Like, I'm liking the aesthetic. The aesthetic is really nice. The, overall, like, concept is pretty fun too, I feel. So I am liking it despite how it sounds. I know that I'd be liking it a lot more if it weren't for the lag though, so I'm keeping that in mind. Oh my fucking A. Oh my god. But yeah, there's a bunch of small stuff like that that I've noticed that's like kind of weird to me. Which is, it's kind of, like, it's weird because it stands out a lot more because the rest of the aesthetic is actually pretty, like, pretty well maintained. I would say that the rest of the aesthetic is actually pretty well done. The buttons thing is actually super annoying though. I would switch the buttons personally. Okay, I did not make that fast enough. I need to go a lot faster. Huh. Kind of confused why it had me turn that on. Weird. Interesting. Okay. So... wait, why are those... Wait a second. Was it doing that before? This one... Okay, so this one's blue, right? Wait a sec. Am I crazy? Oh my god. Frickin' go, please. There we go. Okay. So this one's red, that one's blue because it's on, right? If I toggle this... That one turns... No, okay. Interesting. I didn't notice that those were, That actually makes even less sense with the green arrow. For some reason, I thought it was just swapping them, but they actually are color-coded. I'm an idiot. But yeah, that makes even less sense with the green arrow. That's funny. Oh well. Okay, so... I don't really get what I'm supposed to do here, though. Am I supposed to drop down or something? Am I not supposed to be here yet? Have I been doing something wrong? Let's drop down here. Those look new. Those are definitely new. Okay. That's an interesting enemy. Dude, I don't think I was supposed to be up there that entire time. I think I actually was... Yeah, I don't think I was supposed to be up there. Well, I'm even more confused where I should be going now. I like the little effect when, okay. Should I be going to that weird... Wait, am I a fucking moron? Was there like a doorway right next to the egg? I feel like there was a doorway right next to the egg. I think I'm dumb. Holy shit. If that's the case, that would be hilarious. Yeah, because it has a exclamation mark. So presumably that was the thing that we were supposed to go to. Perhaps, yeah. Well, no one else yelled at me, so I don't feel that bad about missing it. Also, oh my, I just jumped backwards there. That was interesting. How did I do that? Is that like a thing I'm supposed to be able to do? Huh. No, I don't think so. So another thing that I definitely would have also changed is having, the ability to cancel stuff, because it's really annoying, like, if I capture this and I start going in the wrong direction, I'm like, oh shit. I have to wait for the thing to respawn. It's kind of annoying, and also the blue cubes are similar. Because, the blue cubes, you'll sort of, like, stay stuck to them for a bit. And, I feel like you should be able to cancel it by, hitting B or something. I'm not really sure. I don't even think you can drop out of these by canceling it, can you? Let me try actually. No, you can only so once you get in one of these, you can't actually drop out of it. I think it would just make it feel a little bit more in control. Man, I don't know why, but my throat is already... Dude. Fucking... Oh my god. I keep hitting the wrong buttons even though I've been playing the game for like an hour now. Come on. Wall jump. I know how to do that. That was on me. Fucking A. I love the neck. Oh. I don't know if that's what I was supposed to do, but that's nice, I guess. Yeah, I definitely think I'm supposed to go up. So I have to climb all this again. At least there's no bullet hell, so it'll be fine. The ones in Celeste. I don't, so, the like little glowing orb things, I don't really care about dropping out as much. But, the creatures, for sure. I think that is actually just straight up a bad decision to make it so you can't drop out of the form. With some button, like at least just map it to like X or something random. Yeah. No, the little white things, I sort of overspoke on that one. I don't really think that you should be able to drop out of those. I do kind of think that if you jump while you're in the blue ones, though, you should be able to jump out of those. But not really these. I kind of agree with that statement. But I'll show you what I mean with the blue ones in a second, because they're up here. So if I click it, see how I like stay in it for a second when I get up there? I can't actually get out of it. So like I can click buttons and stuff, but I won't be able to do anything. So like I can't attach myself to the other one before. So I attach with A. Um. Oh wait, okay, so I can't actually, I can jump to the other one, but I can't. Interesting. It's also weird that this thing doesn't have an A icon that shows up. But the, I just realized, but these do. Oh. Wait, this one actually... Oh, it's dead because, we already killed the bird with it. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm saying things, but do they really mean anything? I don't know. We were definitely supposed to go up here, though, and that's 100% on me, because I'm dumb. That also looks like blood. Wow. So we were definitely not supposed to be up there before. Okay. Don't you think that's a bit rude? It's not like the other longbirds. Have you seen a longbird with such a gorgeous gown? I won't even work anyways. I'm only half longbird. Full longbirds can't talk and are completely unfashionable. Wait. So what other half is she? I love the music. The music has been consistently very good. I love the music. Yeah, I need to play Celeste again. I never actually fully finished it. Like, I never 100% completed it, I mean. Okay. Oh, do not feed the monster. He just ate that sign. Okay. Wait, why is that turning red? Is that gonna explode? Interesting. Huh. I was kind of expecting him to eat us. Yeah, God, the art style in this game is really nice. No wonder I was bitching about everything, though. Wasn't supposed to be there. That's too funny. That's Metroidvanias for you, though. Sometimes that shit just happens. Huh. That's not... Oh, I can't land on that? Okay. Yeah, everything seems a lot harder. Because I was like, dude, this is like really weird platforming. The wastelands. I feel like this took a lot of inspiration from like 3 primary games. It does feel like its own thing, though. I'm not trying to imply otherwise. I like the water. Oh, that's interesting. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. Fucking A. Oh, it's all the way back here. The gallery. I didn't even notice the name at first. It was over here, right? Yeah. I do like that you can chain them. That's kind of cool. Like, it's also kind of weird that the tip is red here. Because that implies it's, like, bad or something. I don't know. I would have probably made it blue. Because that seems to be the motif they're going for. Am I the bird? Oh, thank God. I was really worried there for a second. God damn it. Oh, I have to go back. Son of a bitch. Wish there was a checkpoint closer to that. Yeah, well, I wouldn't have made it green because again, they've like already established the pattern that green is like health related stuff. They also make the feathers your lives, right? Which doesn't make much sense because you would think it would be like an extra life would be associated with the glow instead of like a bird feather, because SHEEPO's not a bird. It's kind of a weird, actually I never really even thought about that. That's kind of a weird, yeah, I don't know. There's a few design decisions that are, oh my god. I hit the wrong button again, I didn't capture the thing. I have to capture the bird, don't I? Yeah, it's like playing Flappy Bird. I don't know how obvious that was, but what it feels like. Like the bird is not, god damn it, I did the wrong thing. Holy shit, I just skipped it and that was easier than, fuck me. Oh. We're gonna ignore that. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. No, okay, so SHEEPO can become a longbird, but SHEEPO can also become anything. It's not just the longbirds. So why the feather? Oh my god. Ugh, there we go. Fucking lord. Okay. Don't run into that one. Oh, Coracle, were you here earlier for when I showed off that you can create a death checkpoint? So if I hit A, like there, and then return to save point. Oh wait, does this one actually work? Maybe this one works. No, yeah, see, it saves your position when you clicked A, which I think is kind of funny. Okay. Oh my god. The platforming is very stressful. Oh boy. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. Okay, this is starting to become more fun as, like, you can switch between different birds and shit. Oh my god, put me all the way back here. Do I have to You've gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay. If I, hit the checkpoint, I wonder if it saves it. Oh no. Just crave death. Let's go. Dude, holy shit, that is not gonna be enough time. Oh my god. What am I doing differently? It was so easy the first time. Was I just cracked? Like, I was just so much better the first time? Dude, what? Dude, I felt like it was so easy the first time. Fuck me, dude. Okay. I just passed it? What do you mean? Fuck! Maybe I just run and jump. Maybe I won't even use the bird. Fuck it. I'm not gonna use the bird. Yep, didn't even need the bird. There we go. Fuck! Oh my god. There's like, no way. Dude, what? No, it was like so fucking easy the first time. I swear that the bird had more charge or something. Okay, well we got it, it's fine. Okay, so I saved it. If I go here, then go back up here to save it, will it have saved my progress? Oh, thank God. Okay, cool. Oh boy, I kind of just fucked myself, didn't I? Yep, death awaits me. Oh my god, okay. Woo! Oh. Okay. Yeah, no, I was definitely in the bird. I thought I was. Fucking goddamn it. I looked off the screen for a second. Son of a bitch. Why is there not a bird? Wait! Oh my god. The water, for some reason. I thought the water would kill me. I just assumed so. Oh my god, I keep hitting the wrong fucking button. I swear to god, if I do that one more time, I'm gonna scream. B feels so unnatural for the jump button. I don't know why. Was I playing something recently that A was the jump button? Maybe so. Okay. Oh shit. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, we're good. Oh, I'm gonna die here, aren't I? Brilliant. Oh, there's like no way. Oh my god. Fuck. Oh my god. You know what? Okay. You know what? We're good. We're good. Never mind. You don't know what. It's fine. We're good. We're good. I almost rage quit. The feather doesn't heal you though, as far as I know. At least I don't think it does. Maybe the feather heals you and I've just been playing the game wrong. Is that the benefit to the feather? I think it just gives you an extra life though. I don't... Oh my god. Oh my god, I almost hit the wrong button again. Fucking. Oh, oh my god. Okay. Y'all are seeing me like break down as a person. Pain. If I played Celeste, you would see me actually break as a person, like genuinely. Okay. Damn it, clicked the wrong fucking button. Okay. A. Let's see if the feather actually gives me my health back. It does not. Yeah, no, the feathers are completely worthless. I don't get their point at all. Oh, that gave me health back. What the fuck was that? That's okay. There's just a random heart there. Interesting. Am I supposed to just like run and gun this? Like, I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing here. Well, I completely missed. Fucking lord. Okay. Yep. Died again. Okay. I'm at -1. I was at 6. What? I was at 6, and now I'm at -1. Unless I misread that. Maybe it was just 1. Let's just chill out for a second. How are y'all's days? Your day going well? Oh. Wow. I've not gotten this frustrated at a game in a long time. Okay. Let's go. Wait. No way. Wait. No way. One sec. Okay, it doesn't. I thought for a second that, well, I feel like after all of that, it should have probably... Oh my god, dude, I keep hitting the wrong fucking button. I can't get over this. Something is wrong if I am repeatedly doing it. Like, I just may be dumb, right? It's the end user, usually. But I feel like, if I've done it this many times already, something is, like, fundamentally wrong with the way that the controls are. Because my brain is just, like, not handling it, and I don't know why. Ooh, that was really close to the spikes. Yeah. We're good. Oh. It like smashed me into the spikes because it gives me a little bit of what do you call it? Like velocity after turning into the animal. You'll notice it like shoots me towards the animal, and that velocity sometimes transfers. Emphasis on sometimes though, because sometimes it doesn't. So, and that's fun when there's like, oh my fucking god. Okay, give me Give me your body. I need it for a second. Okay. So look. So right now I have 5, right? I have 5 feathers. If I go up here, is that not the same thing as my lives? Are my lives like different? Are they not the feathers? Now I'm curious. If I die again, I'll look. I'm so powerful. My scream was heard throughout the world. Yeah, I feel like jump should be... So this is how I would do the controls. A is jump. Make A jump. Holy fucking shit. Maybe they like... Is jump like X on PlayStation and I'm just like fucking crazy? I think that might be the problem. That, this is having the same controls as PlayStation, but PlayStation swaps the controls for most games. But anyway, so A should be jump. A 100% should be jump. B should be the ability. I think that they went with A because of ability. I hope to God that was not the reason. Because don't name your, oh my God, that'd be so dumb. But anyway, B should be ability. And then X should be cancel. Cancel the ability. That's how I would do the controls. It could be lost when you die. Oh, that would be so dumb. You can't remap controls. No, the only settings that are in the game are these. Screen shake. Let me actually turn off the screen shake. How do I? Oh. Huh. That's weird. So, this is a problem I had actually in my game, so I'll talk about it real quick. I'm clicking left and right to go left and right, right? That makes sense. Obviously, that's like very intuitive. But when I go down here, those arrows disappeared and you actually have to click A to toggle it, which is not like anything too crazy, right? But for me, I just made it so both appear and they both work, which is, I think, a little bit better way of doing it, to be honest. Anyway, okay, let's turn off screen shake. I have full health, so I'm gonna try to like fling myself into it, and then, so B is jump, A is capture, A is capture. Okay. Wow, I just totally missed that, totally whiffed. Oh my God, if I have to go back, I'm actually gonna yell, oh my God. Okay, okay. And B is jump, B is jump. Whew. Okay, we're good, we're good. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, it is. The health is the same thing as the collectibles. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah, I'll just farm the hearts next time. That's a good point. I don't think I can... Oh, you mean... Oh my God, you're fucking brilliant. That's brilliant. Okay. You mean once I get in the bird. That makes sense. And then I fly back. Okay. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. Good idea, good idea. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just like, the rage is actually taking over. And so I feel like I'm not thinking about some of this stuff like all that well at all. I hit the wrong button again. Can I like remap it and switch? It's getting to the point where it's actually literally like 2 buttons being swapped is negatively affecting my enjoyment of the game. I want to see if I can fix it somehow. Jesus Christ. Okay. Go way the fuck up here. Get those hearts. Farm that shit. So we're now at full green health. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's not great. There should be a checkpoint right here. 100%. Yeah. Oh well. Okay, so it like goes... Oh my God, I fucking missed it again, dude. Okay. Whew. Okay, so I can still do the heart thing. I need to get to it with yellow heart, so at least I have one hit left for the end. Okay, so I have yellow. Let's go. Oh my god. I thought it was gonna throw me into toxic sludge. I was about to actually rage quit if that was the case. Holy shit. Okay. Whew. Okay. I heard you're here to save our planet. Well, sort of at least. It's only gonna get worse. Really? I feel like there's actually quite a bit of life here, but okay. It'll be too hot for its sporting life and we'll have to migrate somewhere else. But now I'm making the best of what we have. If you want to take a break from working later, you should come see my gallery exhibition. It's in the far... Okay. Well, we were there earlier. Fuck me, dude. I need more health. I still haven't gotten a goddamn checkpoint. Dude. Is it gonna save that? If I die here again, like... I actually am gonna quit the game. That's just dumb. Yeah, it's a dying planet. We're trying to save it by, like, preserving the ecosystem or whatever. Holy shit. I hit the wrong button. And also my controller stopped responding because I put it underneath the desk. That's it. Okay, that's actually it. I can't play this game anymore. That's infuriating. Oh my god. I'm not going back there. Fuck. Yeah, no, this is like, this is not fun. It stopped being fun. It doesn't make any sense. Oh my god. Dude, why did they design it like that? That is insane. Huh. Yeah, like, if there was a checkpoint at that one screen instead of that heart respawning, I would be happy to continue playing. But there's, like, that needs to be there. It's just, because it's not fun redoing this segment every single time. I don't know what to do. Shit. Like, repeating is fine if it's like a 1-minute segment, but this is like, it's a lot longer than that. Fucking A. Okay, I'll try it one more time. I'm gonna try it one more time. I don't really want to give up on it. It seems like a decently fun game. Fuck, man. That is really bad checkpointing. I hit the wrong button again. If anything, that's gonna make me actually just straight up quit the game. I wanted to get to the other creatures though, before I quit. Okay. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. Woo! Oh my god. Okay. We'll try this one more time. We'll go. We got this. Fuck. Dude, this part also makes no fucking sense. This part actually makes no sense. I don't know how I'm supposed to, like, consistently leverage myself off that water stream to do whatever it wants me to do. Oh, why is there not health here? Fucking Christ. Oh my god, I really don't think y'all have seen me actually get mad at the game before. Because I don't get mad at multiplayer, because at least it feels fair, like I just objectively got outplayed, right? But this is like, I'm gonna assume oh god, I just don't know. So I got like stuck on something before. I bet you the checkpoint's right here. I bet you it is. Oh, please. Oh, thank God. Oh my God. Okay. Holy fuck. Why was the checkpoint not before that? Jesus, that really was truly a gauntlet for how early on in the game we are. Oh my god, okay. Whew. Anyway, we can keep playing. The plan was to play for 2 hours. So we got another 30 minutes. I wrecked my home and ate all my feathers. Okay. Oh. We're just... This is just a... This is a boss fight? Oh. I don't... What am I supposed to be doing? I don't have any attacks, so I don't really... I mean, I guess just kill me, whatever. Oh. Huh. That didn't kill me. Interesting. Okay. Fuck that, I guess. See, like, there's another checkpoint down here. Why the fuck is there another checkpoint down here, but nowhere on the other... God damn it. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Holy shit. You gotta be kidding me. Whatever. Have the guy aim at the bird. You are 100% correct, and I feel really dumb now that I didn't figure that out. Seriously, why though? Why is there a checkpoint there? It's almost like it's taunting me at this point. It's like, you didn't fucking get one placed wherever the fuck else, but... Yeah, you're definitely right though. It's the taser thing is supposed to fire at him. I love how the boss music is like so subdued compared to the rest. Dude, I guess I have to jump. Yeah, I'll figure out. Oh, god damn it. There we go. Hit him, hit him. Yes, okay. Brilliant. That's why it probably didn't damage me, which I feel like it should have probably still damaged me, but whatever. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, one more. I got this. Oh, there we go. Cool. Yeah, it is like Crash Bandicoot music, you're right. Okay. Well, we did that. I don't really know what the point of that was, though. See, I have no desire to collect the feathers. Because, like, I feel like they should at least heal you or something. I don't know. I don't really give a shit about collectibles if they're just, like, laying around everywhere. Oh, it's Tumbleweed. I thought it was alive earlier when we came over here. Oh my god. Okay. Wait, does that speed up when it gets to the end? Interesting. Not really. Ah, I hit the wrong button. How many times do you think I'm gonna... Wait, where the fuck? Oh, did I not click A on the other one? I guess I didn't. Let's just drop down here. What's down here? Hit the wrong button. Fuck. Wait, what? Oh, did I accidentally shoot myself? Dude, I'm still doing it. Why is it so ingrained in me? I guess again, I think it's because it's a Nintendo game. Or like it's on the Nintendo Switch. I keep hitting the wrong button because of that. Ugh, that... Oh, we found a new guy. I'm sorry, what? This young, unsightly bird has come to... I mean, I'm not a bird, so that makes sense why it'd be ugly. Wow, that really lagged the game. Tumbleweed drop. So we'll help you out. When the tumbleweed is falling, press the transform button to activate any flippers to move the tumbleweed around. So this is A. That's really funny because I thought that would be B. Oh, I can't hold it up. That was... Oh, I can just infinitely do this? I don't... Yeah, man, they should have made the feathers, like, make more sense, because I don't have, like, any motivation to do that. Yeah. No thanks, I'm done with the game. Dude, I swear, I feel like there's so many goddamn checkpoints now. There's a black hole over there. Interesting. Oh, wait, what? There's like so many offshoots for the feather stuff. It's really weird. Okay. I really brute forced that one because Yeah. The white laser... Yeah, I guess it was a puzzle. Huh. Oh, it's shooting through, but that's not actually what I can do with it. Okay. Oh my god. Wow, that was painful. I guess those creatures allow you to dig through the ground or something. Probably gonna die from this. Yep. I don't know. How am I not supposed to take damage there? Wait. Yeah, I can't jump after a wall slide. Like, I can't do an air jump after the wall slide. So I guess I have to just drop straight down. And then, no, I still took damage. I think if I timed that right, I'd be able to do it. It's supposed to be a one-way passage? Maybe. But I don't care. I'm gonna go through it anyway. Because I've already messed up the pacing of the game completely. Is that why this part was so awful? Fucking. Okay, fine. I'll just restart at the save point. That was the puzzle room. But wait, I literally dropped down here. I don't think I can get back up. No, yeah, I have. There's no other way to go. Look. If I'm at the save point, I can't jump up. Huh. No, but I'm not backtracking. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is the only way that I can go. The only other option is to go forward, which is to the puzzle. So, and, like, this is it. Like, this is literally the only way I can go. I'm actually trapped down here until I solve this. Because, yeah, like, this is the puzzle room, if I go over here. And I don't think I can get back up here. Yeah, I can't. So I literally, like, I have to go this way. I guess, okay. Dude, I don't get a lot of decisions that remain in this game, actually, if I'm being honest. Maybe they want this part to be artificially harder. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is like nigh impossible to get. I think that this is going to be the end of the stream. Because I don't know what to do at this point. Well, wait, it says I can go down from this room. Is this a doorway? Thank fucking God. Okay. I tried firing at the feather. It didn't do anything. It's clearly you're supposed to be able to like dig into the ground or something. Okay, but I found a way to progress. These little doorways are. Oh, I don't even think it's for anything. God damn it, it's just another feather. Yeah, it's just another feather. Never mind. Fuck, I thought I'd found another way to move forward. What's the blue thing? Wait, where was there a blue thing? That's glowing. Presumably back on the last... This thing? I can't interact with it as far as I can tell. No, it doesn't have permanent power-ups. Yeah, I can't interact with that. Am I maybe supposed to... No. Ugh, dude, I have no idea how to get past that without taking damage. What did the bird have to say? Let's see. I thought I talked to the bird. Maybe I didn't. I've been expecting to see you're receiving some eggs. I might be able to help the solution. Oh, thank God. Oh, that was literally it. He just told us something. Okay. I thought he was going to open up a passage or something. Yeah, no, that's still a dead end. God damn it. Okay. Oh, I really don't want to have to do this part. I don't understand how I'm supposed to get through this. Yeah, this game, aesthetically, it looks like Goner mixed with, Botanicula. I hate that the spikes will hit you when you run over them. That's... Oh my... Oh. Okay. We're good, we're good. Yeah, so I think I need to be able to, like, capture this guy, which I haven't unlocked yet, in order to get the feather down there. There's no way. Ugh. It's literally forcing me to do that whole segment with one less health than normal. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? 1 second. One second. Where... I might be missing something? How did I get down here then? Okay. No clue. So look, the only direction I can go is right, which is to, the little room with the puzzle, which I already solved. Bottom, which is, the room with the bird that gave us knowledge. And then left, which is the, like, unholy abomination. Yeah, but I don't even know, like, I literally can't get back out here. Like, this is literally the only direction I can go. So I guess I just kind of messed up. Yeah. Dude. I need to figure out a way of getting through there with all my health. If I can figure out that, I think I can get this. Fuck. Well, I mean, I like Metroid. I've played Super Metroid, it's one of my favorite games. Apparently, you just immediately slide off into the spikes. I literally don't... Okay. If I drop straight down and time the jump perfectly, I think I can do it. Fuck! Actual anger. I feel like this is as angry as I've possibly been able to get out of the game. I literally think it's engineered so you actually cannot get through there without getting hit. Oh! I did it! Also, apparently I'm in a permanent state of fear over the spikes. Even if I'm over here. Interesting. Oh, you know what? I know exactly what it is. There's spikes underneath my feet right now. They added this little ledge after the fact. How much you want to bet the spikes are still like right underneath my feet? That'd be really funny. Okay, I think we can do this now though. I think that we've got a chance at doing this. I'm definitely not supposed to be going this way though. You're right. This is definitely like a escape plan. Whew, okay, I can't take damage here either. Oh fuck, and I just did. Oh my god. I'll give it this, it's tense. I don't know if it's for the right reasons, but... Oh my god, I don't know if I'm supposed to go down here. Nope, fuck that. Fuck that. Why is that one heart in that one room, by the way? I still haven't figured that out. There's not been a single heart in this entire game. Oh, fucking lord. That's where I'm brilliant. So did it heal me at least? It did. Oh, thank fucking Christ, it healed me. Huh. A little bit confused. Oh. Is it dead? What? Oh, this is just like not precise enough. Yeah, what? Oh, thank God. Oh my God. Okay, that counted as a checkpoint. I was about to say, I actually was gonna rage quit if it just sent me back. I'm realizing how similar this game is to Goner in terms of the aesthetic. Like even the little like exclamation marks and stuff. Yeah, I think it's just a survival challenge. I was looking for a way to beat it and I was really confused. Oh, fuck though. Staying on the water thing is like basically impossible. Dude. Fuck, man. I'll try one more time. I want to show y'all Goner now after this though. So I'm not gonna just immediately end the stream. I'll probably play a round of Goner. Because if y'all haven't seen that game, it's actually really good. I just realized the sticks in the background start wiggling faster. I hate that it randomly speeds up and it doesn't give a warning when it's gonna speed up. Oh my God. Yeah, no, the water is impossible. The fucking what? Why would they do that? Is this supposed to be like a late game boss or something? I have no idea. Oh my God, dude. Okay. Yeah, I'm done. I think I'm done with this or at least done with the game. So 1 second, let me actually launch Goner because now it's got me wanting to play it. Yeah, I don't care. It's fine. Holy shit, man. That was a game, that's for sure. Whew. That was a game. All right. Really quick. Where is it? It's still launching, sorry. So I actually haven't played Goner 2, but I'm assuming it's very similar to Goner 1. And the aesthetic is just super similar. Let me, okay, it's like fucked up right now. Just give me a second. I promise I'll unfuck it up. Does it not support controls? Might not support controller. Okay, let me, display, text side, show, display game. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Can I really not window it? Bruh. Dude, some of these indie games do not have enough fucking... like, wait, are you serious? There's no way. There's no way to shrink this? Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, let me just, I'll center it as best I can. Okay. Good enough for me. Press space. Oh my god. Let's see if I can get the controller working. Okay. Cool. There we go. Oh boy, I had 2 players. Apparently there's 2 players in this. But yeah, see what I mean? Like all the tweening and stuff, it's super similar. And even the sound effects, it's like pretty cool. But anyway, the reason I thought about it, oh, right, there's no sound. Of course there wouldn't be. I forgot to switch over to computer audio. Wait, so exit game. I might need to, okay, there we go. Because I just want the 1 player. Yeah, there we go. But I wanted to show y'all, there's one, like, effect that's super similar. I haven't played this game at all, or rather, I haven't played the second one at all. So I don't know how far into the game it is. I was only planning to play it for a few minutes. Oh, there's the skull. Like, I was like, oh, there's the skull, and it's literally, like, just called the skull. The backpack? Yep. Come on, wake up. You dingus. Oh, there's a dash in this one. Oh, I didn't even grab the rifle. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. But yeah, basically this is a roguelike. If you can, I don't know if you can see it, but it is a roguelike, I promise. And it's a pretty interesting one. I don't know what they did differently in this version versus like the first one, but oh, A is jump. I just realized that. Uh-oh. Oh god. Get back everything. That's another interesting thing. You can actually grab all your stuff back. But anyway, I mostly just wanted to show y'all because it's like a similar sort of style of aesthetic. God damn it. I keep dying though. Yeah, so it uses X to fire, A to jump, and B to dash. Oh, I'm out of bullets, I think. Alright, so you kind of want to see me play it? Yeah. I might play, honestly, I might play this one, because I didn't know they came out with the second one. The original was so good. It's like, I don't know, this art style is like very, very unique in my opinion. So I think this is where it actually just starts the game. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a straight up roguelike. You go around completing all the levels. And that's literally it. Oh god, what is that thing? That was not from the original game. Oh, I can die like that. Okay, interesting. But yeah, you get to pick like your loadout every single time. So you get like slightly different loadouts. For one reason specifically, was the reason. I love the little fuzzy worms, they're cute. Okay, there we go. Oh, whoa, oh shit, that thing like spat out a fuck ton of stuff. I don't even know what that was. Oh, that was still alive. Okay. I also really like the mechanic that you can like reattach all your body parts to yourself. It's funny, now I'm like all messed up because I keep trying to do the opposite controls now for the other game. So I keep shooting when I'm trying to jump and stuff. I'm trying to get a little bit further. Just so y'all. But yeah, I would actually really recommend this game. It's been pretty fun. Oh god, this is gonna be a disaster. Oh, what is that? Interesting. God, I know nothing about the second game, but anyway. Alright, so, yeah, so, later y'all, but I will, I'll be streaming next week. I don't know exactly what. I might try to pick up SHEEPO again if I can ask them how to get past that part. Or if I'm like doing something horribly wrong. Cause I might just be like really playing the game like just really wrong. I tend to be really good at breaking games for whatever reason. Maybe it's just like a byproduct of me making them myself. But yeah, so later everyone. Hope you have a good one. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Have a good night, good day, wherever, whenever you are, and I will see y'all later. Bye.